In this video, we are going to learn how to calculate binomials in StatCrunch. So first off, we have this example. The chance that a patient with a heart attack dies of the attack is 4%. So we want to suppose we have 5 patients who suffer a heart attack. What is the probability that they will all survive? And then what is the probability that at least 4 will survive? So first off, we need to see if this is a binomial problem by going through the 3 conditions. So number 1, are we considering a fixed number of independent trials of the same procedure? So it tells us that we have 5 patients, so that's our fixed number of 5. So it checks off step number 1. Condition number 2, does each trial have 2 possible outcomes? So they either survive the attack or they don't survive the attack. So that's our 2 possible outcomes, and it satisfies that condition. The third one, does the probability of success stay the same for each trial? So each patient has the same chance, 4% that they die from the attack. So again, it checks off that condition. So this problem would be a binomial. So now that we know it's a binomial, we need to find 3 things. First, we need to know the number of trials. So in this case, we said that there were 5 patients, so there are 5 trials. Next, we need to know how many successes we want. So in this case, it's telling us the chance that they die. So chance of death is going to be the success. So we don't want any of those. So we want our chance of success, number of successes, to be 0. Third thing we need is our probability of success. And this tells us that the chance they die is 4%, so 0.04. So that's what we have for our first one. Now our second one, what's the probability that at least 4 will survive? We still have the same number of trials. This time we want at least 4 to survive. So this means that we have at least 4 surviving, which means we want less than 1 to die. So x less than equal to 1, and then our probability will be the same. The other way you could do this would be to say we want our same n equals 5. We can say that the chance of surviving is 96%, so we can say probability equals 0.96. And then we can say x is greater than equal to 4. So if you want to do it that way, if that makes it easier, you can do it that way instead. So now we're going to go into StatCrunch. So here we have just a blank StatCrunch, and what you're going to do is go into Stat and Calculators. So Stat Calculators, and then this is a binomial problem, so we'll click on Binomial. Now we're just going to insert our numbers into here. So we have n was 5, our p was 0.04, and we wanted exactly none to die, so equals 0. And that gives us our probability. So the answer for this one, our likelihood is 0.8154, or 81.54% chance that all 5 patients survive. So now we're going to do the next one. So the n is 5, we'll change our p to 0.96. And we want at least 4, so greater than or equal to 4. And that's a 0.9852. Or 98.52% chance that at least 4 patients survive. So the trickiest part of these is picking out what we have for n, x, and p. So remember, n is your number of trials. In this case was our number of patients. X is the number of successes we want, so we wanted none to die. In this one, we wanted at least 4 to survive, and then our probability of success. So probability of success, in this case, we went with the dying, those 4%. This one we switched it around. We wanted the success to be surviving, so we'll change it to 0.96, which is just the 1 minus 0.04. And that's how you solve binomials in StatCrunch.